Hello everybody, some would say I'm the reverse, and welcome to my review for the pilot episode of Stargirl. Let's get right into my general thoughts. I thought this episode was great. Watching the trailers, given that it's, on the DC universe, knowing that it has a higher budget, I was anticipating that this show would be really good. Judging by this first episode, it is. This was a really good, lighthearted introduction into the show. I have mentioned previously that I have a very limited knowledge on the world of Stargirl and the characters surrounding her, her villains, and such. But there is no an overwhelming amount of comic book knowledge you need for this show. Obviously, because it is an adaptation. But it was really enjoyable, and I'm not even a Stargirl fan. And I really did enjoy this episode, and I'm excited to watch more. So the episode starts off with this flashback with a battle between the JSA and the Injustice Society of America. We see multiple members of the JSA get taken out. We get to see Dr. Midnight die. Who else? We get to see Hourman die. And then later we get to see Starman die in the arms of Pat Dugan, his sidekick, who is obviously a big part of this show, not only in the flashbacks but also in present day. He is Starman's sidekick. His nickname is Stripesy, I believe, and yeah. So in the present day, Courtney Whitmore, who obviously is Stargirl, Pat is her stepdad, and they are moving from LA to Nebraska, which she's very upset about. She doesn't like Pat. She doesn't like moving to Nebraska, and she doesn't like the change in her life. And at first I was kind of thinking, oh no, they're going to make her this bratty main character, and I'm not going to really like it. But by the end of the episode, all that kind of dissipates, if that's the right word, I guess. And yeah, I'm glad they got rid of this bratty nature of her character, especially towards Pat. I'm glad they got rid of that as quick as possible. So obviously she lives in Nebraska now, and she is going to school and stuff, and she sits at the losers table in the cafeteria at lunch, and there's this group of bullies that walk up to her and are bullying this, not necessarily her friend, but the girl that's sitting at the table with her. And he takes Courtney's phone, and she pushes him, and the lunch lady and stuff gets taken to the principal's office. And we don't really get to see where that goes, but we don't really need to. But she finds in the basement of her new house, in this crate, she finds this staff, Starman's cosmic staff. And she takes it out, and it's basically calling to her. Reminded me of Episode 7 of Star Wars, when the Skywalker saber was calling out to Rey. If you guys have seen Star Wars, that's just what it reminded me of. So it called out to her, and she actually was able to use it. And I'll talk a little bit more about why she was able to in a bit. But yeah, she goes out and takes it for a test ride, or it takes her out for a test ride, basically. She can't really control it, and she's flying around with it and stuff, and it's just a really cool scene of her testing out its power and such. And she runs into the bully from school. Him and his friends are, sort of, just continuing to bully people at this movie theater, or at this drive-in theater. And they're, sitting on this guy's hood so he can't see the movie and stuff. And she goes in and decides to fight back against them. So, well, not at first. She's actually, popping their tires and stuff. And, one of his friends notices, and they get into a brawl. She kind of beats them up a little bit. She accidentally blows up the car, and then she runs away. And the interaction afterwards with Pat and her is kind of funny when Pat's just laughing because he's kind of laughing because she blew up the car and stuff, and she says nobody got hurt, but that car has bad resale value, and he's just he kind of laughs at that. I thought that was kind of funny. I really like Pat in this episode and in the series. But also after that, the bully goes home to his dad, whose car was destroyed, and turns out his dad is Brainwave, which is a member of the JSA, or of not the JSA, the Injustice Society of America, who the members we've seen, I'm not sure if it's all the members, but the ones we've seen so far is Tigress, Sportsmaster, Brainwave, Icicle, and Solomon Grundy. All of which look great. I really love their design and the overall quality of their costumes and their makeup or whatever they have on. And, yeah. So Brainwave is the bully's dad. So, that was not really a twist, but, it was a cool connection between the villains and then Courtney's in-school relationships and stuff. And, he kind of senses the staff, and he gets into a battle with Courtney, and he's throwing tires at her and stuff. She falls out of the air, and the cosmic staff catches her, and then, there's all this, there are all these tires flying all over the place, because he has telekinetic powers and telepathy, I guess, and, he's talking to her without his mouth moving, he's using the Grodd maneuver of speaking through his mind and stuff. Eventually, I'm pretty sure she shot the laser with the cosmic staff, and, he was too much for him to bear, and it blasted him back, and she ran away, and, she was confronted by Stripesy, Pat Dugan, in the robot armor. So, yeah, that's how the episode ended. Very good start to this series. There was also, some developing mysteries, I guess. The main one is Starman, Stargirl's dad. That's sort of kind of a mystery that was created. Yeah. Really enjoyed this episode. I'm really excited to see where this series goes. And, yeah, tell me in the comments what you thought. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for my Legends review. That should be coming up today, hopefully. And also, I have a lot of videos to make. I have a lot of videos to make. I'll try to get those out as fast as possible. So, yeah, stay tuned for all those future videos. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See ya.